reach for the sky, boy. KK, Hook shot him.
Yeah, he had a big ass booty.
What is going on, you reactionary Marktards and you hustlers out there? It's your man's A-Track Brown. Now, apparently the Jay-Z accuser has spoken. She has done an interview. I'm going to react to that. I haven't watched it. This is my first time watching it. Apparently she did an interview with NBC. So, let's watch this and talk about it. Now, I don't know, I just posted a video just now. Didn't really promote it or anything like that. Just posted it just for the hell of it because I put it on TikTok, where I am talking about how I believe this case is horseshit. And I'm talking about how, yes, I understand that there are a lot of you out there who believe that Jay-Z is out there doing a lot of Diddy stuff. It's amazing to me how such things even start. What I've started to understand about a lot of the hatred towards Jay-Z nowadays comes from the fact that, and I've had these conversations with Billy Ray on air. We've called him the Triple H of hip hop. And we've called Triple H the Jay-Z of wrestling. Where here is a man who gets a lot of credit musically that we feel he doesn't deserve. I am a Jay-Z fan of his music. I was back in the day. I'm not so much anymore, but I was a fan. I did grow up a Jay-Z fan. I'm not going to lie. I still enjoy listening to a lot of his music, especially the older stuff. But when you do find out about a lot of the shady business deals, and some of the ways he's, fucked over people and his own friends and whatnot, that makes you lose respect for him, not only as a person, but as an artist, unfortunately. Especially when, you from the hood and you're black. I'm sorry. That's just the way that it is. If bringing up race makes some of y'all freak out, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm just keeping it real. So you tend to lose respect for that person. And, I'm not going to sit here and say that he's a demon. I can't sit here and say that he's a guy out there who's out there doing Diddy stuff, because number one, Jay-Z never really moved like Diddy in the first place. I think people need to understand that. You see pictures of Jay-Z with Diddy at certain events or at certain parties or whatever, but he doesn't really move like Diddy. He never did. Even Dame Dash has come out and said that. He's even said that, back in the day, Rockefeller didn't move like Bad Boy. They used to even mock them for some of the shit that they did. It also, it's interesting that Diddy has never worked with Jay-Z musically, ever. I think they've had a lot of business deals. Jay-Z has a lot of business deals going on with a lot of different artists and whatnot. I remember he had some business deals going on with Eminem. They were business partners for a while and touring together and whatnot. So there is the good and the bad when it comes to Jay-Z, as far as how he conducts business. And we all know about what he did with Jermaine Dupri in the NFL. So again, I see where that hatred comes from. And when it comes to, like I said, about him being propped up as this artist that is like above the others. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen those memes, those video memes online where they would, show you at the time when Jay-Z was out, who was really hot at the time, like, Eminem or Lil Wayne or Nelly or anything like that. But you also have to remember he definitely He definitely had an influence, you know. The button down and Yankee cap shit that motherfuckers was doing, that was him. You know, the highest selling Reebok, that was him. You know, he definitely had a lot of influence. You cannot take that away from Jay in music. But yeah, there is but media has put him on a very high pedestal, and a lot of people reject that. A lot of people don't like that. Then we get into the Jaguar rights and her saying her stupid shit. But it's not like this is not a monster of its own doing. Jay and Diddy, they contributed to a lot of this. Plain and simple. Maybe not, you could say, Track, you're kind of contradicting yourself to say, it's unfair to say this about Jay-Z, but then you say he kind of brought it on himself, and I'm going to tell you why. He had no business working with R. Kelly. Period. Now, let's be clear. He wasn't the only one. When those tapes came out, with R. Kelly doing what he was doing with young girls, underage girls, it was crazy. It was wild, and there was a time when that happened. I couldn't. Now that I think about it, I thought about it a while ago, and I was like, I can't believe we were doing this. It was R. Kelly with underage girls. We were selling underage girls videos on the streets, and people were buying them. But they were buying them just to see that it was R. Kelly. But you were still selling illegal videos on the street. It was nuts. But I mean, I was a kid anyway, so I was still a teenager. So not me. It didn't affect me. I was still a teenager. When you're a teenager watching other teenagers, that can't be wrong, can it? But there were grown men that were doing it. But anyway, again, but it was because people were just curious to see if it was him. But overall, he worked with him, and he wasn't the only one. But after a while, when that died over, you still had BET having this dude perform Step in the Name of Love. MTV had this dude finish his whole Trapped in a Closet shit. And that was after this. It was after the Boondocks episode and everything. Everybody already knew what this dude had done, but they were still working with him before he got arrested. So don't make it seem like Jay-Z was the only one that's doing that, but he still shouldn't have done that. He definitely shouldn't have done that. And it makes his statement look kind of contradictory. We protect kids out here. Well, you should have never been working with R. Kelly, and don't act like you didn't know that, because you did. And like, even when Dame was saying what he was saying, people believe that that's what broke up Rockefeller. That was not it. That was some things that still, you could say that added to it, but that wasn't the main thing that did it. But Dame was upset by that. But Dame was in the freaking Fiesta video. And no, the thing was not shot on Epstein Island. That's a lie. It was shot in Miami. But Dame was in the video. Dame should have had if Dame didn't not want to work with R. Kelly, he had no business in the video. We don't need to see you, nigga. You're not privy, you're not integral to what Jay-Z does. If Jay-Z does a video and I saw Dame Dash not in it, I'm not gonna go, God damn, there was no Dame Dash in this video. You wanted to be seen. You wanted to be with that nigga. You should have had none of y'all should have been. Everybody should have rejected R. Kelly. But things like that invite shit like this. That's not to say even if he didn't work with R. Kelly, we wouldn't be hearing what we're hearing now. We still probably would have. He's never worked with Diddy musically, but it doesn't matter. He's still, at parties with Diddy and whatnot. And don't even get me started on the crap they say about Beyonce. I mean, my God, like, what the hell? What did this woman do? Like, straight up, I can understand if you're not a fan, but the rumors and everything I've been hearing, it was some of the craziest shit. Then I'm seeing Larry Johnson saying, I was at a party, and there was a girl there, and after a while, the mother took this girl home, and then, it was after whatever hours, and there was adults around drinking and dancing, and there was a 13-year-old kid just there. I'm not making this up. This is what he said. He said, I don't know. I heard what I heard. Beyonce was talking and said to her, does this look sexy? The liquor got to me, but I know what I heard. You are literally admitting that you were drunk But I'm supposed to believe that's what you heard. And another thing, if a 13-year-old wandering around a party with adults drinking and dancing makes your parents some type of perverts or make people some type of, violators, then damn it, half the black community and half the Latino community are guilty of that then. I grew up with adults partying and drinking. Growing up and my mama and daddy telling me, get your little ass back in the room, this is for adults. So can we not do that, please, either? Because that shit don't add up either. Don't try to make that into a thing. Now, unless you told me you saw people walking around in their thongs and whatnot, then I can be like, okay, you said this was a photo shoot rap party or whatever, so what if a kid was there? But then you telling me that you were drunk yourself and you were there. You were there. You should have left the minute you saw a child in the first place. You saw 2 kids, but you still stayed there. So come on, man. Like people, and again, you don't have to be a fan to just be tired of this bullshit. Jaguar Wright is a freaking lunatic. She needs help. This is a woman who put the ashes of her son on her face, who passed away. That young man is no longer here. And some mental breakdown, and I think a lot of it has to do with her losing her kid, because that has a psychological effect on all of us if that was to happen. I know it would me, Lord forgive. I mean, God forbid. So, no, I'm not taking her word for anything. And yeah, what happened with Diddy happened to be, you could say, oh, she was right about Diddy, and I can go back and point out some stuff that don't make sense, but I'm not going into all of that. But fine, even a broken clock is right at least 2 times a day. That still doesn't mean we should, delve into this stuff as if it's fact, because we don't know any of this stuff as fact. Let's just get into this shit. Let's hear what this accuser has got to say, because I'm very curious, and I've been following this like crazy because I'm like, none of this is making sense to me. But here we go.
Tonight, Jay-Z fighting back against a rape accusation. His attorney filing a letter to the judge to dismiss the rape lawsuit against his client, citing an NBC News exclusive that found inconsistencies with the accuser's story.
You should always advocate for yourself.
It comes after our interview with a 38-year-old mother from Alabama who
She's a Yakubian. She's a Yakubian. I'm just going to tell y'all straight up. I'm not sure if this officially went away yet. Whatever happens, if this does just get dismissed or whatever, you better use your reality brains. Because in no way, shape, or form are they just going to brush something, sweep something under the rug when it comes to a Yakubian accusing a famous black man of violation. You better damn believe that. It's like I said about Deshaun Watson. I'm like, you really believe that they're going to let a brother get away with violations in Texas? I don't care if he's their quarterback. They not letting that slide. They'll get another one. If they let that go, it's because they thoroughly did some investigating and they said, nope, we can't find nothing here. There's just nothing connecting to it. And speaking of which, I find it funny because I found out that the lawyer who represented some people in 2 cases that got dismissed against Watson is Tony Busby. Take that as you want. But she's a Yakubian. Ain't no way. Here we go. Oh, and by the way, so what's the race got? If you have to ask what's the race have to do with anything, I'm not even going to engage with you. All right? Ask your mama. Here we go.
Accuses Sean Diddy Combs and Sean Jay-Z Carter of raping her when she was 13 years old. She asked us not to reveal her identity.
What made you want to come forward? Because I think that I've been quiet long enough.
She says that she went to the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000. The woman says she spoke to Combs' limo driver, who offered her a ride to an after party.
Hold on. Now, it's funny because in my last video, I showed y'all where they changed the time. All right? And there you see, this is the refile. You see it right there where it says later that evening instead of 9:30 to 10:30. So that's one thing.
She says at the party she spoke to musician Benji Madden and his brother.
Whoa! Stop! No! She talked to Benji Madden? Now I know she lying! Yo, Good Charlotte wasn't even at the MTV VMAs, bro! Yo, she's lying! Good Charlotte, hold on. I don't think these niggas... Good Charlotte didn't come out until September 26th of 2000. Technically, you could say they would be at the MTV Video VMAs in 2000. You could say that. Not to perform, though. You could say that they were there. You could say they could have been there, but not before your album come out. That's not. I worked in the industry. They wouldn't be invited to in the VMAs. Not that time. And no. Hold on. Let me see something. Their breakthrough was 2002. That was when Lifestyles of the Rich and Shameless came out. That was when they broke through. This first album wasn't shit. It wasn't. And not enough to get them to the MTV VMAs. No. They weren't even there. She ain't talk to them niggas. She lying.
About his tattoo. It's the Last Supper.
In a statement to NBC News, a representative for the Maddens confirmed that they did not attend the 2000 VMAs and that they were on tour in the Midwest at that time. At the after party, she says she had a drink that made her feel woozy. Then she says Combs and Carter
Hold on with
both
the woozy
raped
shit
her.
for a second. Wait a minute. I just realized the guy who said that he wasn't in New York, that was the person. She was referring to the Maddens, because in the NBC in the news link when you read it, it doesn't say Benji, it just says somebody unknown. So they confirmed that it was Benji Madden. This is a lie. Let's go.
She says she ran to a gas station where she called her father, who picked her up.
We rode home in silence. She didn't ask me what happened.
Okay. So not only did her father drive all the way from, where the hell is she from? Where the hell is this woman from?
In an interview with NBC News, her father said he could not verify the claims. I feel like I would remember that, and I don't.
He said, I don't remember that.
When we asked the woman about the
He
contradictions
said,
in a phone interview on Friday,
I'm going to tell you something.
she said she stands on her statements.
Ain't no Yakubian father gonna not say that for his daughter if they didn't think it was true. That's all I'm saying. Am I wrong? Do y'all know any? You would expect the Yakubian pops to be like, yes, I was there. I drove her. She couldn't breathe. She was hyperventilating. I asked her what was wrong, but she didn't tell me, so we let it go. But he said he didn't remember. He said the fact that she's Yakubian tells me everything. And I don't want to get flagged. That's why I'm not saying actual racist, but y'all know what I mean when I say Yakubian. Oh, my God. I don't believe this. This is insane. All right, here we go.
Said, When we asked the woman about the contradictions in a phone interview on Friday, she said she stands by her statements. I have made some mistakes, she said, in remembering what happened 24 years ago. Honestly, what is the clearest is what happened to me.
Which was
in a
nothing.
statement to NBC News, Sean Carter said this incident didn't happen. True.
Well, for those who kept saying that he's not denying it, he's literally denying it, even though he had said it before. And that statement he put out, though, like, nigga, you're not young. You 55. What the hell are you talking about? I'm a young man from Brooklyn. No, nigga, you are an old man from Brooklyn. Stop that. That's it. But here we go.
Combs called the suit a shameless money grab.
Is any part of you scared coming out against such powerful people?
I'm scared of what could happen, but I'm more afraid of letting it eat me alive from the inside out.
Chloe Malas, NBC News.
Thanks for watching.
Okay. Yeah, this makes no sense. Oh, hold on. There's a longer version. Hold on. Okay, let me see if this is the full version.
A 38-year-old mother from Alabama who has filed a lawsuit.
She's from Alabama.
Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z of raping her when she was 13 years old is speaking out to NBC News for the first time.
How the hell she get to New
She
York?
asked us not to reveal her identity.
She drove from Alabama to New York?
Come forward and talk today.
Because I think that I've been quiet long enough about what I've been through, and it's been hard enough to be quiet.
This is Emmett Till type shit here.
It's a chapter of my life that I'd like to
Wow.
close.
An NBC News review of her account found inconsistencies with
I
her
bet you did.
allegations. She says
I bet
that
you
she
did.
went to the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000 to catch a glimpse of her favorite celebrities.
You weren't scared to be all alone?
No, with having autism.
She's autistic? If that's even true, I hope she's not. All right, listen. Okay, first let me say this. I had made a comment. I didn't say this live, but I said it in on other social media platforms where I said if she was 13 and she went and got into a car with a stranger, she's the dumbest 13-year-old on earth. Did her parents not teach her not to do that shit? She must be a freaking idiot. Now, if in fact she is autistic, whether or not this happened or not, I'm going to take that comment back. Y'all didn't even know I said that, but I don't feel right knowing that I did say that and not taking that back. So if in fact she is autistic, and I'm just going to go with that because she's obviously a liar, I'm going to take that comment back. Don't change anything, though. Let's go.
Is like feeling like you live your life in a shatterproof juggle ball. The world's on
So
fire.
a 13-year-old
The fire
autistic
is
girl
in-
went from Alabama to New
is
York
inside the ball
with a
you,
friend.
but there's no way
Who
for
was
you to
this
get out.
friend?
In addition to having autism, the woman says she suffered a head injury. The night of the 2000s VMAs, she says a friend drove her from Rochester, New York to Manhattan.
Oh,
more than a
Rochester.
5-hour drive. Her attorney provided
Yeah, that's
NBC
8
News
hours.
the name of the friend who has since died. The woman says she spoke to Combs' limo driver.
That's
who offered her
convenient.
a ride to an after party.
That's
Someone
convenient.
to find
Okay,
Diddy's driver who
so
told me that I was.
what you're telling me is that she drove 8 hours from Rochester to New York with a friend. I can only assume this friend had to be, I don't know what the license is. I'm assuming 16 but it's out of New York City, so I don't know. But for 8 hours, you drove from 8 hours all the way here to the VMAs, knocking on limousine doors, trying to talk to limo drivers, trying to get into the concert. Last time I also checked, they ain't letting no 13-year-old kids inside of an MTV VMAs alone. This is all shit. This is all crap. What's the rest of this?
Exactly what Diddy was looking for.
What did you think when he said that to you?
I thought it meant that I was just pretty.
She went to a White House, she says, where she spoke to musicians Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo because
Yeah, here's the
I have
Benji
a
Madden
little
thing
is
again.
about his
Okay.
tattoo
She went to
that's
a White
the Last
House.
Supper.
Now, again, she said this was a White House with a U-shaped driveway. A lot of people would say a mansion. And I'll say that She didn't say mansion, so don't say mansion. That's not accurate. But if you want to say mansion, if you believe Jay-Z is guilty and you want to say mansion, go right ahead. Because the only mansion in Manhattan is Gracie. That's it. And I ain't got no U-shaped driveway. And there was no MTV after party there either. There are no mansions in Manhattan or within the 5 boroughs. Well, maybe there's my big-ass house somewhere out in Queens somewhere. But ain't no mansions in Manhattan. Ain't no houses in Manhattan. Could she have been talking about a brownstone? Possibly. But is there any driveways in brownstone driveways with a U-shape? No. In New York. How do you know? I am from New York. There is not an inch of Manhattan that I can't tell you about. I am telling you this for a fact. If you are a hustler and you're not from New York and you come into New York, all you gotta do is say, "A-Track, I'm at this place that looks like this," and I'll tell you exactly where you are. I'm not lying. That's how much of the man I am when it comes to New York City. I know Manhattan like the back of my hand. The hell is that? Anyway, ain't no U-shaped ain't no houses in New York in Manhattan that have a U-shaped driveway because Manhattan's not built that way. Another house is a house in Randolph Park all over in Harlem, but it's a historic house. They ain't throwing no parties there either. This is a lie. This is all a lie.
Because I have
talked about his tattoos.
Religious background, so it was just something to talk about.
In a statement.
So she has a religious background in which the father picks her up all the way from New York. Now, I'm going to tell you, you know damn well a father's going to remember that time he picked up his daughter from New York City after driving for 8 hours, especially if he has a religious background. This is a lie. That's it. And I know exactly what I'm going to hear and see from a lot of y'all. Oh, there's more. There's going to be more. I'm sure there will be more. Because when this stuff happens, it doesn't matter if you're guilty of this or not. When you get accused of this, people are going to come out the woodwork. The damn lawyer put out an ad. If this happened to you, if you were around this, if you were around what, give me a call. We can get you money. And this is what he does. He's very successful at it. But he messed up this time. And I'm the type of person where it's like, all right, so you're telling me that I should believe this because this, that, and the third. Okay, well, this is officially a lie. So I don't want to hear anything unless there's DNA or videotape about Jay or Diddy. As far as Diddy is concerned, let's see what happens in court. But as far as Jay-Z is concerned, y'all need to stop this. Like, this is just insane. I mean, I'm a nobody. I don't count. I don't matter. And I'm not going to be, this is not something I'm going to be doing on YouTube all the time. It's just something that I really want to talk about because I've been going through this shit all week with people. This is fucking ridiculous. And it's not going to stop. But again, some of it you can say, a lot of these guys call for that, how they carry themselves. But even though Jay-Z never carried himself like Diddy, this is insane. And you keep listening to Jaguar Wright if you want to. You know what's funny? That whole thing about Biggie having a trans woman in his video came out to be bullshit. The woman is here's the story about that. They said the woman was dead and she died because the person she was with found out she was a biological male and he killed her. Now, if that's true, you should be able to look that up. That is a crime that would be very well documented, especially if she was a trans person and especially if she was a video vixen. The LGBT community would have little channels dedicated to her. I've seen tribute videos to the woman who died, who was the transsexual that Eddie Murphy picked up. I'm not kidding. I saw that before. So if they made tributes for that person, you would have believed that they would have made tributes for this person. But it came out, she's not dead. She's not trans. She hasn't come out fully. She's spoken through other people, apparently. But the proof is come out that she's. I didn't even need to see that. When I looked it up and I didn't see anything about this woman being dead, and I saw the pictures of her that weren't really her, I knew it was a lie. My point is this: you believe that shit, and you come to realize, and you come to say out loud, okay, that was a lie. Just remember, Choke No Joke, Gene Deal, and Jaguar Wright all confirmed that story to be true. They looked into the camera and they lied to you. They looked dead in that camera and they lied right to your freaking face. So if you want to keep listening to these people, be my guest. I never started really believing in none of their crap. Some of it sounded true. You know, I always went back to, if it coincides with a lot of things that Dame Dash has said, then I might believe it. But this is all crap. And I wanted to finally react to this. And I've been talking to them for 37 minutes on this. This is crazy. I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm done. All right. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button. Follow me on Twitter at @ATrackBrown, the number 8 TRAC Brown. Donate to the channel. Donate to the Cash App if you want. Follow the PW Hustle on Twitter. Follow the PW Hustle on TikTok at PW Hustle. If you're on Facebook, join the Hustle fandom group. Okay. Links will be in the description and the comment section below. I'm out of here. These all freaking lies. This bullshit.